The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Once again, this is South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown. And as I said earlier, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Come on, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to do this. The ladies are ready. They pulled up. They about to bust. When they don't talk in a while, they can go. They got a lot to talk about. They got a lot to get off their minds. So we're gonna do this. I think I see Pastor George Jackson is in the green room. Tanika Bennett is in the green room. They are ready. They're getting all cute and stuff too, y'all. All right, come on in, guys. Come on in. Let's do this. Come on in. It's the Let's Talk About the Things That Matter. Let's talk about the things that matter with Pastor George Jackson and Evangelist Tanika Bennett. Yes. Let's stay woke, y'all. There's some stuff that's going on out there that we need to talk about. The ladies are going to share some things on the night. All right. I think we're about ready. Yes, it's the one and only. It's her. Yes, it is. Look at her. Hey, it's Pastor Joy, Evangelist, Dr. Bishop, Apostle Joy Jackson. Hey, how are you?
I'm still trying to have my drawers not to be tight with you, but I'm okay.
Your drawers can't be tight with me.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
They can be tight with them. They can be tight with them kids. They can't be tight with me.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I love you. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I know y'all count down because I'm counting down for y'all. And then we got the evangelist, y'all. There she go. Tanika Bennett. Hey, prophetess. How you doing, evangelist?
You funny. You real funny. Listen.
You got your papers? TV, you have your ministerial papers?
I want you to.
Absolutely not. I don't know what this man talking about.
You have your ministerial.
Lately, she been speaking everywhere, all over this county, this South Florida. So I'm just speaking it on her.
Listen, it's funny because me and my godmom, rest her soul, she used to always say that, and I always tell her, listen. Many are called, few are chosen, right? I've not been called. I haven't been chosen.
But that's by your standards. That's your standards. That's by your standards.
I'm 45. The Lord is still working on me, elder.
That's what he did with David.
Yeah.
It took David a minute.
I don't have no.
He was working on him, but Pastor didn't. He still became king.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
I
yes.
don't mind. Listen, I don't mind being the queen now. I didn't say that, but everything else, I don't know about that, boss.
It's a process. I know. We all still going through it.
Amen.
Hey, listen. How y'all doing?
Tired.
We good.
I'm counting down for y'all.
Oh, I got the count. It's 17 days for my seniors and 20 days for my juniors. Oh, I'm counting. Don't worry. I got to count.
I'm helping y'all count down. I'm praying for y'all.
Every day seems like the last day for me, so it don't even matter. Oh,
Nah,
So,
I can't
ladies,
say that. I can't
what's
say
new,
that.
man? What's going on?
Your governor crazy.
I've been through that.
has 10 bed bugs.
I've been through that. What that joker got going on now?
Well, let's see.
Hey,
200. You ready for
wait.
these numbers?
Wait, who sent me something with the cameras on the buses now?
I did.
We can talk about that later. All right, we'll talk about that later.
No, you better talk about that now because they're going to start giving tickets to people that pass by those buses that have that little red stop sign out there.
So
I
you
ought to
so,
put the
so,
cameras
so,
I support that because you have kids who are getting on and off buses, and some people are real disrespectful when the little stop sign.
because everybody in a hurry.
Yeah, that little stop sign do this. Everybody knows stop. Let the kids pass. Whatever. And I see people go around the bus, be disrespectful, not fast. I mean, not slowly around the bus. They speed around the bus.
I
And
haven't
kids,
had that. I've seen people respect that. I've seen people respect that stop sign. But now that they're going to get a ticket for it, maybe they will respect it a little bit better. But
perhaps,
it
yeah.
starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow.
So it starts tomorrow.
It starts
Great.
tomorrow. Yes,
That's just Dade County?
Yeah, this Dade County, yes.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
was wondering who's going to get the revenue from that. So will Dade County School Board get the revenue from those tickets? Or will
Good
Dade
question.
County?
Wow, that's a good question.
Get the revenue since it's on Dade County school buses? I'm pretty sure Dade County schools should probably maybe receive some of the revenue from those tickets, but that information need to get out and get out very fast because it's starting tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That got to be so how long has this process been going on? It's been going on for them to pass. It had to be going on for a while.
It had been going on for a little minute, but the news just breaking. It's starting tomorrow. Somebody knew about it, but it wasn't made public like
it wasn't public. It wasn't public.
Public.
They saw a problem. They made a decision. They handled it. I personally don't have an issue with it. I hope that whatever has transpired to lead them to do this gets rectified. It's simple.
Wow.
And I hope that it's honorable and that there is not another intent for it other than the safety of our children.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know if there was an abnormal amount of cases that bus drivers may have been complaining about. I don't know. I don't have that data, but something prompted them to put cameras on that bus. I don't know if the cameras are on the inside the buses as well.
You know what? It had to be an incident that happened that a kid almost got hit or something. Maybe.
I think the bus drivers may have been an incident had to have occurred. I know something may have been going on around.
For them to do that, an incident had to happen.
Yeah. For them to invest monies for those cameras on the bus, and all of these years that people had respected that stop sign, and now you have cameras to say no, you're going to be accountable for this now. So I don't know who's getting the revenue from it, but somebody getting revenue. Somebody's getting it.
I was just getting ready to ask you that. I'm curious about that too. Who's getting some kickbacks from this thing? Because who paid for it? Who funded it for it to be on the bus?
I don't know. It's on the Dade County school bus. So I don't want to assume that Dade County was the one that responsible, but it's on Dade County school buses. So they had to have the input that the final say came from them. You can't put something on a Dade County school bus without it going through Dade County schools. So they had to have had, they might have initiated. I don't know. They probably did, but I definitely could find out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
So Tanika, what's going on with your governor now?
Well, he allocated $240 million for teacher raises to be shared with 67 counties. And now understand this, it's not an even split, right? Because there are counties that are bigger than others. However, if you were to split 240 million down the middle, right? And when I say down the middle, I mean divide that by 67 counties. Every county would only get like 3.5 million, which is absolutely nothing. Our referendum that was voted on by the constituents of Miami-Dade County gives us more take home than what the governor proposed for the whole state. The problem with the referendum, and I'm saying problem, is that 25% of it is state mandated to go to charter and private schools. You're talking about we're possibly losing 4,000 students next year, which means we'll be short $117 million because there's something called FTE, and that's basically how much each student is worth to sit in your classrooms. Okay.
Right.
So with all these alarming figures and numbers, guess how much he allocated for private and charter schools? Just guess.
Whatever it was, it's more than what y'all getting.
1 billion with the B. 1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How insulting and disgusting.
Wow. But you know what? I'm not surprised at that though. See, I'm not surprised at that because you know they're favoring those charter schools. I'm not surprised at that.
Because the priority of the Republican Party is to privatize public education in this state. I got a call today. Someone said to me that the other counties are sitting around with bated breath because they know if people like the Miami-Dade Education Coalition, which is backed by the Freedom Fund, is successful in eliminating United Teachers a Day, then they know all the other unions in this state will fold.
But that's true. But one thing about the
yeah, that's true. But I'm just so that's a lot of pressure.
But the thing is, TB, the thing is, first of all, with the referendum, this is why we went for a full meal instead of the 0.75, because we knew that other 25% had to go to those charter and private schools.
Right.
So as you look at the composition of our state legislators, and I believe I've stated this before, if we really took a deep dive to see how many of their hands are in the pot with these charter and private schools, how many of them how many of them have their hands in that step up program, how many of them have their hands, because it wasn't until they figured out how much revenue that public schools were receiving, and so they had to figure out a way to get their hands into the money. All of this is about money. When I was coming home today from UTD and the negotiating, I said, they're not concerned about educating our kids. Their biggest concern is money. How much money that they can make. Can they continue to be the millionaires and the multimillionaires that they desire to be? It's not about educating our kids, because if it was about educating our kids, public schools have so much more to offer than charter schools. And even some private schools, we have so much more. How many charter schools have the diversity of languages that is being taught in Dade County public schools? How many charter schools have an orchestra program and a dance program, or these magnet programs that Dade County School offers? How many charter schools have that? That's well-rounded. Most of them don't. Most of them maybe have one or two electives. Our Dade County School program have a plethora of elective courses that give our children a well-rounded education. They don't have that. And I was talking to someone today, and I don't mean to hold all the time, but I was talking to someone today. A lot of our parents that are from across the water, maybe Haitians, Cubans, the Hispanics, when you have Bahamians and Jamaicans, where they look at charter school as a private school, and it's a big deal to go to a private school, whereas the public education is so highly populated. So if they come over here and they say charter school is the next best thing to a private school. So if my child going to a charter school that's giving me a resemblance of a private school, And of course, but they don't even take the time to educate themselves. What is it that charter school is offering? My hats go off to private schools. They've been doing their thing for years. They had not been trying to tap into public dollars until your governor decided to
That's your
start.
governor.
No,
That's
no,
your
no, no.
governor.
Until he decided to start giving them Habernackers money. And then, of course, how many have are certified teachers? There are
Very
a
few.
lot of charter schools do not have certified teachers. Now, public charter schools, they have to be certified. But some of these other charter schools, they are not certified. They
You
can
talking
put
about
in
the
there whoever they
storefront?
want.
The
They can be like,
storefronts, yeah.
they can be like Kelly. You graduate from high school and you can substitute.
Ooh.
Come on, you know, Kelly, you just did a high school diploma to sub for Kelly Services. That's it. Bam. Some of these
Yeah.
charter schools are the same way. And this is what the governor has been doing. Not so much for Kelly, but watering this stuff down. He's proposing a 2-year degree, and now you can start teaching in a classroom under
It's
the tutelage
extremely disrespectful to those of us
that
who
have
put in
gone
our time.
4+,
Let me
5+.
tell you something. Nobody that has a 2-year degree gonna be able to mess with a person like me who sat through 2 years of Shakespeare, 2 years of a foreign language at the collegiate level. You're not holding a candle to me. There's value in that length of time you take obtaining that 4-year degree. You can't, I mean, people do whatever they want to do. Let me say it like that. But you can't be effective jumping into the classroom after 2 years of college. No way.
What he's saying is that after 2 years, you can go in the classroom under the guidance of a teacher, same thing as the MENT program, come on, but only being there 2 years instead of 4, and now saying that you can become a teacher. This
We
is a
all
bunch of baloney.
listen,
They are watering
we all
down
had to do a
who we are.
practicum. We all
We
had to
can,
do a practicum. We all had to have a student teaching assignment, right? That's how I
and
knew
you
I
had
was
to
never
pass a test.
right. That's how I knew I was never going to teach middle school, because after working at the middle school that I worked at doing practicum, and all that right there, I was like, no way. However, he's trying to make our public schools a broad stroke of practicum experiences for college students. That's really all it's going to turn out to be. And this whole idea of mentor mentee teacher situation, that's nothing but the practicum format with pay. Because when you do your practicum, when you do your student internship before you teach, those are not paid gigs. You're learning on the job, hands on, but you're not being paid for it. Now he's going to
I
pay
got paid.
people. Oh, well, congratulations to you. I didn't. Listen. So now he's going to pay people to do what is required to get a 4-year degree in 2 years. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
This nice Christian network. You're going to make me start using that other language around here. No way.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm
No
telling you,
way.
there are proposals. He had proposals out there to do that, to do exactly that. So when you water down public education to a glass of stale water, then what are you going to get? Our children will not receive the education that they are entitled to. When you were talking about this diversity, equity, and inclusion
Yeah,
that he has
DEI.
literally dismantled,
Yes.
but one thing that it has happened, it just not affecting Black and brown people. There are white folk that now maybe that can't go to a Bethune-Cookman or a FAMU that maybe want to get in the band or something like that. It just doesn't affect us. They need to see that it's affecting them too. And these crazy folk that keep voting against themselves, they need to be enlightened and need to wake up and stay woke, because this man is not for the people. He's not for public education, period.
At all.
Period. Period. I was sending out this text. I don't know if I think I sent it to you. Whereas people that felt like the slaves that felt like they needed to be free.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that. Yes, ma'am. I got it. Yeah.
Yes, so they had a mental disorder because they wanted them to. It was okay. This was the way it should be. This man think that this is the way it should be, and everybody else have a mental disorder except him. No.
No, that's not what it is. He can't possibly think that. It's this arrogance that I'm going to reprogram you. I'm going to change the status quo.
Same difference.
It is an extension of Project 2025, because that whole document is about totally eradicating government as we know it, right? So
Right.
you have these Republican governors in these states that are slowly but surely
Yep.
implementing things from that document.
Right.
Catch the rhythm, catch what's going on, because that's what's happening. And they're hoping that their Lord and Savior, orange guy, will magically appear in January 2025 in the White House, and then a full
What's more?
implementation
Oh.
of their Project 2025 will happen. And unfortunately, what is happening is that, God, please don't let that happen. But let's talk about what's happening locally around the different cities in our nation. Even if Donald Trump is not elected the president, right? But you have certain folks who align themselves with this
They're already in place.
2025 doctrine. They're going to be in certain positions and key positions to negatively impact local government. So we have two objectives here. Those of us that still have common sense and a level head on our shoulders. We have to stop Donald Trump's campaign from fully manifesting to where it leads to a victory of presidency. But then we also have to get a grip on what's happening at our and local and state level of
That's
government.
where it starts.
Because if we don't get a grip on that, even if he's not elected, Joe Biden is going to have a hard time doing anything in his second term. We all know most times the good things get rolled out in the second term. Joe Biden will not be able to execute any of those good things he has in store or
Nope.
as on his agenda for people who need his policies and things like that. Like, look what the governor is doing. Sidebar. Look at what the governor is doing. There could be money given to every parent this summer to feed the kids for the summer months that they're out, and our governor turned that down. Let me say that again for those who didn't catch it.
Wow.
Joe Biden, federal government, is allocating money to parents to feed their kids this summer, and our governor, in his infinite wisdom, denied those funds from the president.
Okay, wait, let me say this. You remember when I think it was President Obama with the rails, that he wanted to send money to Florida for this rail system so that you would have this bullet train to go whatever from Miami to Orlando. And look what happened. They turned it down. But what do we have now? What is that train that goes?
Brightline.
Brightline got it. And the governor, the Republican Party, okayed Brightline, but would not okay because it was a Democratic government that wanted to do it. They turned down tons of money. I don't know if this was during Rick Scott era. I believe it was during Rick Scott that turned that money down, but it would have provided all of these jobs. And he said no. Every Republican governor that we have refuses monies from the federal government that would help to feed, to provide jobs. They turned this money back. The COVID money, they couldn't do nothing with it because it was too many Floridians dying. So they had to do something with that. But this other stuff, they don't want to be identified as agreeing with a Democratic leader. They want to be separated. They don't want to participate. They don't want.
No.
But the time is here, people. The time is now. That if we don't do something, and I'm not talking about next week or next year, we're gonna have to start doing something right now. And the word for tonight is now, because we have been waiting too long for somebody to step up and save us. We're gonna have to know there's only one Savior, and that's Jesus Christ. But now, when He's given us power to do things, power to open our mouth, power to act,
Not
power to
taking
speak,
advantage of it.
we're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
We are our brother's keeper. We are. And if we don't stand up for what is right and righteous, who is? These people, and like you said, TB, it has to start in our local government. It starts in the local government with our school boards, with our mayors, with our city and board commissioners. This is where it starts. And if we don't elect the right people for the right positions locally, these moms for liberty, these Proud Boys, these other folk that are taken off the road,
They're gonna take it.
they are running for
They
office.
Yeah.
waiting.
They're running.
And that's what's scary. This whole idea that some people have about not voting is not beneficial to us. Not voting gives a vote, in my opinion, it gives a vote to the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. No vote is a vote. You know that
It's a vote.
we've been saying it. No vote is a vote. But
Not
you got
voting is
people that
forfeiting your rights.
yeah,
Not voting is
yeah,
forfeiting your
yeah.
rights. I need people to see it that way because, you know, is there a perfect candidate on either side? Absolutely not. They're not
No.
perfect people. So there's definitely no perfect candidate on each side. You
But
want
we
the
talk.
attributes of the person to be those that can be worked with, a person that has rational thoughts and ideas, a person who has a sound agenda that's going to help the masses. And if those are not the qualifications of the person that you're about to cast your vote for, then you have
Yeah,
to rethink
because
that.
we're talking about democracy now. We're
People
talking
have to
about the lose
start
democracy.
voting their pockets. They have to start voting what policies is going to best help them, and they have to vote for what's a priority to them. To most people, no matter what political party you're affiliated with, no matter what candidates you choose to endorse, there's some norms, equity in your workplace, fair
Yeah,
wages, having enough for your basic needs. What are your basic needs? A place to live, shelter. Well, shelter is a place to live. So shelter and food. Those are some basic needs. And if you keep voting for people who don't pass policies or have the agenda to pass a policy that helps you meet your basic needs, you stupid.
You know what? Shame on us. And I said this in the executive board this afternoon or morning, whatever time I said it. Shame on us. Because we had an opportunity to put somebody in the governor's seat that would have been
Yeah, you
for,
said that. Yes, I recall you saying that. Yes, ma'am.
for public education, someone that's for the people, for diversity, equity, and inclusion, for helping those less fortunate. We had an opportunity to do that, and we missed an opportunity. We missed
Yeah.
an opportunity because of people personalized feelings or just wanted to vote Republican. And the saddest part about that to me is that there were a lot of teachers, a lot of school officials, clericals, um, security monitors, paraprofessionals that voted for Mr. DeSantis.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
looking at the salary of clerical, to me, they're next to the poverty line. They
They
just
are
started.
no. They're on the poverty line.
Oh,
A
okay.
lot of them qualify for food
Food
stamps.
stamps. $15 an hour. $15 an hour. For those that are listening, and I pray that you all to just tell somebody to get online right now. If you are an educator or teacher or whatever, right now, Florida is the 50th for teacher pay in the United States.
Hold up, Dr. Joy. Did you say 50?
50th.
But we only got 50 states, so that means we're at the bottom of the list.
Florida is number 50.
So we're at the bottom of the list. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry.
All right. Say that again because they really people need to hear this. They really
Yeah.
need to hear what you're saying.
Florida is number 50th in the United States in teacher pay. At one point, we were 48. Now we have dropped to number 50. And the reason why I stated what I stated, because where you have a Democratic governor, those states' salaries are in the 90s. California, New York, Illinois, the states that have a Republican governor, those numbers are at the lowest end of the totem pole. And Florida, come on, the free state of Florida, you have South Beach, Miami Beach. Come on, people. I know we in Dade, but Hollywood, Broward, they not too far. They messed up too. Hollywood Beach. All of this right here. And how is it that Florida is number 50? The only entity that have brought our numbers up is the RAS. And you have people on your school board that want to disallow, don't want the RAS. And I heard them say this for myself at school board meeting I attended. We want to talk to
a budget without the RAS included. Well, where the money going? I'll wait.
Well, it's not in our pockets. But what I want to say is to everyone, we have to wake up. You have a system that is designed for the rich to stay rich and the poor to be poor and the outclass the middle class. Because who can afford to live in South Florida? A new teacher trying to buy a home is all by themselves. It's almost going to be impossible. With your starting salary of what, $50,000? 55, 50 some thousand?
I think it's like 54. That's still no money. That is no money.
Not in South Florida, where we have the highest inflation rate in the nation. The highest 7% inflation rate right here in the free state of Florida, according to your governor. How free is your purse? How free is your money? Your money is not free.
It's not free enough for me.
Free for who?
It's not free enough for me.
Free for who? Who is free for?
I don't know what he be talking about when he says that. I just be like, what? Where are you? What? Yeah. He's a hot ghetto mess. The governor's a hot ghetto mess. I said it right here.
I'm done. I'm done. I just need the law dog sign off because sometimes I'm serious. Because sometimes I just feel like, I don't want to talk to the wind. I want to talk to people that's going to hear what we are saying, TB, because, Elder, because we are talking vital truth. We have firsthand knowledge of this stuff.
Yeah.
We are there when they're making these reports. We right there listening to the report, looking at the PowerPoints. We are there seeing the stuff.
Oh, those PowerPoints.
No
PowerPoints, boy.
And I wanted to stand up so bad. And Dr. P said, I said, would that look bad if I stand up? Because my back killing me. She said, yeah, you're going to look kind of bad if you stand up. For hours, we sit there watching these reports. And people need to hear this.
I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized by the PowerPoint presentations we saw today. I had to be in my car and just, I don't know if you've ever had this experience where you've had such a day where you pull up to your house. There's nothing going on in the house that's preventing you from getting out of the car, but you've had such a day, you don't even want to take that into your home. So you sit in your car and just decompress and just try to make it all go away or,
try to make sense out of it.
Make sense out of it or whatever, because when you bring that in the house, because my family tells me all the time, don't bring that in here. We already know. We can, because even if I don't say anything, if I walk in the house and I'm silent, the look on my face says, today is one of those days. It was whatever, blah, blah, blah. My face tells it. So even if my mouth says nothing, I'm bringing that home. And I don't want to bring work home. As a teacher, we have a habit of coming home and grading papers. We have a habit of talking shop with either other colleagues or whatever. And this union thing that you and I do, Dr. Joy, my phone ring all the time. with something pertaining to, well, what UTD gonna do? What can they do? Here's the issue. Da da da. My family don't like none of y'all. I mean, they don't like the work that I do. My daughter's number one with that. She's okay with the people, but the actual work, my family like, come on, man. Yeah, you gonna do this all day, every day? And I make a little point to detach, put the phone down, or whatever. But what I'm trying to tell them is that the activism and the advocacy that we do sometimes don't have a clock.
It
And when
doesn't.
you have somebody who's discussing things pertaining to their livelihood, you just can't be like Big Red from the Five Heartbeats and say, my office hours are from 9 to 5. It doesn't
You
work
don't have
that
office
way.
hours.
We don't have real
Oh,
office
she
hours.
didn't. No, you just didn't go hard 5 heartbeats on her. No, you
Yes,
didn't.
because it's real. It's real. When somebody call you and say, I'm in a work location and I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that way, my contract is being violated. I'm being harassed. I'm being disrespected. Whatever the complaint is, it's not punching the clock. And sometimes because so much is happening in that person's life, 8 o'clock at night is the only time they have to pick up the phone and call you. Or on my drive to work, I get calls. So I'm leaving the house 6:30, 6:40, and I'm getting calls. I haven't even stepped into the building yet. I get to the building from my car to the walk to the elevator, if it's working. That walk, because I'm walking past the main office, it's the main entrance of the building. I may get 3 or 4 conversations happening because, like, oh, look, the union lady. Hey, huh, huh. It is a never
Yeah, get you
ending.
what it can.
It's
Yeah.
never ending. I could be in the grocery store minding my little black business, doing my thing. Hey, aren't you from the? Let me just talk to you for a second. They walk the aisles with me. So we walking down the cereal aisle. They know what kind of cereal I eat because they walking the aisles with me, talking about whatever, whatever, because they just want human connection. They want somebody to understand their plight. They want somebody to be able to say, yes, I can help you, or yes, I can point you in the right direction of those who can help you, or they want some validation. And that's what I signed up for. And don't get it twisted. I'm very grateful that people trust me to do this work. But what I'm telling y'all is that people like the governor, people like the state legislator, people that have the power to make my job easier are making my job harder. So I'm not upset with the membership. I'm not upset even with the district to a certain extent, because but that governor, them state legislators, they got to see me.
Yeah, because they're the one can make the changes. They can do it.
They're other ones.
But
Yes.
but
Right.
I keep hearing Pastor Jackson say, but we so silent, folks, quiet. Ain't nobody speaking out on it, but a few like you. But it got to be more, and that's why sometimes I'm like, where I don't know who in those areas, representatives, senators, whatever, whoever, county, whatever, can say, hey y'all, listen, this is not right. This is not right, and speak something against this guy. But nobody's willing to say nothing against him. And I know he's in a situation where he can do whatever he want to do. And I keep saying it. This dude trying to set his little so-called legacy before he get up out of here. And it's gonna be a mess. And once he said it, once he do it, it's gonna take forever to undo it.
Yeah,
It's
and
the
let me say
same
this.
thing with everything else.
Let me say this, because we do have some legislators that are really good people. We're talking about State Representative Christopher Benjamin. We're talking about State Representative Kevin Chambliss. We're talking
Right.
about Senator
Chevron
Chevron
Jones.
Jones.
Yes.
We're talking about
Ashley Gant is there.
Ashley Gant. We're talking about Felicia Robinson.
Right.
Dottie Joseph. We
Right.
got some good people there.
But they by
But
But the
we
problem
don't
is
have
that they're the
enough.
minority. They're the minority not just because
they
they're
by
black.
themselves.
They're
Right, they
the
by
minority
themselves.
because they're among the very few that still have good common sense.
Right.
And
And
even working
understand,
across the aisle is difficult because you're not working with somebody on your same level or with the same agenda. It's not a situation of, well, Dr. Joy wants to do it one way and I want to do it this way, but we both have the goal of getting to the
Getting it
same
done.
point. We
Yes.
talking about people, one group want to go to Venezuela and the other group want to go to Hawaii.
But see, the thing is, Trump has put his footprint in all of this, and whatever he wants, this is what these Republican governors are doing, whether they want to admit it or not. All of them are yet afraid of Donald Trump, and he is not the president. He is praying that, well, they're probably not going to put him in jail, but right now, no, he ain't going to jail. That judge can say a contempt of court all he wants to and fine him $1,000 a day until Jesus comes. He ain't going to jail. But the thing is, they are all afraid of him, whether he wins or not. He still have his tentacles into the Republican Party, and if he's not president, he still have a hold, and the people mindset have gravitated to how he thinks. So now he has all these little Trump babies that he's producing, and all these little babies are thinking the way that he thinks, or acting the way that he's acting, and they are just as right-wing, redneck, and could care less about black and brown people. And they can could care less. They can have, I don't care how many token black people they have grinning in the background and showing all their little pearly white teeth in the background, but they are token. Anyway, I want to say.
Well, I mean, you tell him because one of them spoke out the other day on the talk show where he was asked, and he was asked if Biden was to win in 2024, would he accept the
results.
The nomination would he accept that everything was good? He would not respond. Would he succeed? Would he accept that Trump did not lose, that Trump lost, and that Biden won? He would not answer. That's Tim Scott. He would not.
He want to be vice president.
He didn't lie.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting to. Because it's a slew of them. It's a slew of them that want to be vice president, and so they're not going to say anything against him. Not only him, it's some other ones that want to be vice president. And they and y'all governor, he's not even on the list of one of them.
Because he don't like him.
Yeah, he's not even on the list.
Trump don't like DeSantis.
But he's gonna stay true to him.
But here's the thing.
He's gonna stay true to the people in Florida that likes Trump. And he's not going to go against too much of what Trump wants because Trump has a stronghold in Florida.
Listen,
and he does.
Let me tell you something. Here's what I predict. From us on the outside looking in, it look like they don't like each other. But let's be clear, they're speaking the same.
Oh yeah.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised. Do I think it's possible? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen? Perhaps. But don't be surprised we're looking at a Trump DeSantis ticket in July. I think that's when they have their Democratic National Convention, Republican National Convention, when all the smoke clears.
Right.
Because it's like this. Trump gains, because I know people who have said they don't like Trump, but they like DeSantis. And I know people who said they like DeSantis, but they don't like Trump.
Right.
If Trump was smart, he'd go get Ronnie simply because it is expanding his base.
Because remember now, y'all remember some time back, way back, I told you that I saw some years ago where people was flying that flag, Trump and DeSantis. They were flying the flag. Yeah, they were flying. I see it often. They're flying their flags with Trump and DeSantis because you got people that want that ticket, want them together.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna be Nikki Haley. Because Trump, yeah. Y'all remember the lady. Y'all remember that lady.
She what now?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna be her, because at Trump,
no, we know it ain't gonna be
listen,
her.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because some people would say, well, it might be her because that'll get the female vote. Nope. It's not gonna be her because Trump don't respect women.
He don't respect
women. Oh.
So he would never make her his right-hand person. He don't even respect his wife. He's on trial for paying a stripper. Let's talk about what's real here. He's not on trial. He's not on trial for what he did September 6th. He's on trial for paying a stripper to be quiet. To be quiet, and she wasn't quiet.
He paid a stripper.
Yes.
It's hard. It's hard with them. It's hard with them helpers. It's hard with them.
Listen,
you ain't got no honor. What they say, you ain't got no. Ain't no honest ones out there.
And listen. So it's nowhere in the world.
There ain't no honest ones out there.
There's nowhere in the world he gonna put Nikki Haley in the ticket with him.
Oh no, that's done.
She don't
like Nikki. He can't stand her.
Hold up. As quiet as it's kept, because once upon a time in hip hop culture, people looked up to Donald Trump. But I'm gonna say what Kanye said about George W. Bush all them years ago. And y'all make sure if they start saying I'm crazy or I need a crazy check, y'all make sure that don't happen, because I'm not crazy. Donald Trump don't really like black people.
He doesn't.
So it's not gonna be Tim Scott. So I wish he sit his big gums down somewhere. It ain't gonna be you either, fool.
He trying.
He trying.
It's not gonna be Nikki Haley.
That boy kissing. He kissing and smelling it all.
You know he missed out in his lifetime. I'm almost certain he didn't have a real black grandma. I'm talking about the one that wear the house coat, that button in the front. The one that every grandma had that Jerry curl wig, not Jerry curl, but like that loose wig, that loose curl wig.
Yeah, and it's kind
he didn't have a grandmother who invited him to go outside and get his own switch to be chastised.
Off the cherry
bush
tree.
Grandma like that. I had a grandma like that. People who had a grandma like that, we got good sense. Tim Scott didn't get no good sense, and he had no real black grandma. I said it.
He feels that if he can smile and cheese enough, that's going to get him into a position. And even if he doesn't become his VP running mate, he's hoping and praying that he does win so that he can get a key position in his cabinet.
And so, you know what I hope Donald Trump do is help him get them gums, the swelling off them gums. That dude gums is huge.
And they trying to get, and they want the black vote too. So they want the black vote. And young people, there's some young people and black males again that's going on the Trump wagon. They're saying they're going on the Trump wagon, but we'll see. We'll see come November. We'll see. We'll see just where people are.
Some of them are those six-figure earning black men who, for some reason, feel as though that dude is going to be beneficial to them. And right. They're wrong, and a lot of them are very strong. You know, they're very strong in their position about that. But my thing is, Donald Trump is not proven to be a successful businessman. Let's check the record.
How many times he been?
How many failed businesses? Several. He's in trouble with New York because of how he handles his business. So yes, you have the Stormy Daniels thing going on, but you got a whole city that's saying you can't ever come here and do business again. Like, you've never even heard of that. You've heard of people have failed the Model T. Ford, who created the Model T, there was some failed car experiments before we got the Model T that got everything rolling in the car industry, right? Mm-hmm. We know there have been several people who have failed their businesses, but have you ever heard of a state saying you can never come here and do business again in your natural life or the next life? That's what the people told. I can't make this up. That's what people told Donald Trump. And we're looking at him to be a leader of the free world and to make us more money, please.
He can't handle his own affairs.
Okay.
How many times he gone bankrupt? His college failed, his meat truck failed, his water failed, his wine failed.
Listen,
I don't know what kind of fails, but everything going on. His tennis shoes failed.
That's why you got to sell Bibles.
And they failed it. Come
Yeah. Let me tell you
So,
something. I'm gonna tell
Listen,
y'all a quick story. Okay, so I'm on car number 3 right now. Of me owning a car as an adult in my lifetime. I'm on car number 3. I'm gonna talk about car number 1. It was a Mazda 626. When I got it in the year 2000, I was only 10 years old, right? So straight out of undergrad, I had this car. But now, by this time, I'm at the 14-year mark so far as the car's age. I broke down once at this gas station. I was dating a guy who had just got himself a brand new Honda, right? But here was the problem. That dude messed around and put too much oil in his own car and messed up his brand new car. So I'm broke down at the gas station. I called him, not because I want him to come help me with the car, just somebody to stand out there with me until AAA get there, right? He showed up talking about, let me go up under the hood. I wish you would. You already done messed up your new car, and I got this car that's 14 years old. You're not about to mess up my car. I'm not an idiot. And I share that story to say that only an idiot would vote for Donald Trump, who had a whole entire state say you can't come there and do no kind of business no more.
but
The
they
same way I
are.
didn't let that young man go
okay,
up under my old car. Nobody in their right mind should let Donald
but
J. Trump
listen,
be
but
the
but
candidate
They
that he vote
feel,
for
TB,
president of these
but
United
wait.
States.
If
TB,
they
but they
feel
are.
that he gonna make them money, they gonna vote.
They
If they
going.
feel that
They
he's
gonna
gonna
vote for
cut
him.
taxes, they
Yep,
gonna vote.
they gonna
And
vote
it's
for him.
There's
all
no
about
evidence that
them.
this man is a good businessman. You show
It's
me
not
some
about
evidence.
that. It's about them making money
It
for
ain't about
themselves.
that. It's
It's
about them
about
making money
money.
for themselves because
If
he
he
gonna
can
look
cut
out for them.
taxes, he gonna do
He
it.
gonna look
They
out
gonna do
for
it.
them.
They
You
gonna
know
do it.
what?
They gonna do it.
Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't let the plumber who comes to my home pull my teeth.
Do what?
She
Right.
don't let the plumber
I
come to
don't
her
let the
home to
plumber
pull up
that
teeth.
comes to my home
He come to
do
do
my
plumbing
dental
work.
work.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
coming to do plumbing work.
You trying to be funny. Don't put a pun right there. I'm serious. I'm not letting the people at McDonald's, okay, work on my vehicle. I'm not going to let, and I love Chef Adrian, but Chef Adrian can't come around here and do my hair. My hairstylist name is Angela Green, aka Booby. You know what I'm talking about? You see where this is going? Vote for Donald Trump
Got
is
you.
like letting people
I
that's not
in.
in that
But
profession
TB,
if
handle
they
other
can
business
make
TB,
you more
that's
money,
out of the scope and range of knowledge.
TB.
if they
But
can
you
make you
but you
money
sing
and
it
grow your hair,
right.
would you still
You sing,
allow them not to cut? If these people say I can grow your hair back to a 26 inch and you have no bald spots, and
Listen,
you
okay,
see
first of all, hold
that,
up, hold up.
wait,
First of all,
wait,
your girl ain't got no
listen,
ball size. I still
I'm
got
just
all my
saying,
edges. I'm a
listen.
Bennett woman.
I'm
Ain't no
just
Bennett
saying,
woman bald head around here. Not today, not yesterday,
but
not
I'm just
ever.
saying, if
Oh,
these
okay.
people come and say that they can do all this and they have proven that it can be done, and you are saying that I'm not going to let it happen, these people have seen that Donald Trump have cut taxes, have made the money, and it's not the masses that have received the money, it's just the 1%. And the 1% have been on a mission, like that's that Project 25 with that thing right there,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they already have
Told
this
y'all.
stuff in place.
That
And
thing
the man
serious.
that's going to be in charge of that project is already working on it. He
Already
was on the
working.
Trump campaign before, but when one of the people saw that he had a record, he got fired. But then when Trump won, they brought him back in, and he's the one, young guy, 30-some years old, that's in charge of this Project
And,
25 and making
yep,
sure that
yep,
only people that are loyal
yep,
to Trump is
yep.
being around him. So now these people are making money, then of course they are going to stick with him. Not because of
Not
who
because
they're
who he is,
hurting,
right.
but because of what they are
What he
getting.
can do, what they can get from him. Yep.
That's it.
The benefit. It's the benefit. And they're gonna vote for him. They're gonna vote for him. But I told y'all, I was telling y'all about this project 2025 way back yonder. And how they building this thing, how they established, because they are planning for the next.
Yeah.
And I keep saying it. They are planning for the next. If this dude get in, they are already planning for the next person to run in the
Yep.
next 4 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're the only, we're not who we keep asking that question, who. So we, I don't know, us folks like to, I don't know why is it that we like to wait for after it happened.
Listen, Keith Sweat had a song in the 90s
Reactive.
called Nobody. And that's who the Democratic Party has. Nobody.
Nobody. Get off. Wait. All right. See, y'all,
Nobody.
it's time to go. She quoting.
Oh my
She
God,
quoting.
my
She
God,
quoting.
TV.
Keep Sweat now. It's time to go. It's definitely
Hey
time to
man,
go, man.
that brother got some good music. I'm just saying.
He be begging too much, but keep be begging too much. But hey, listen, y'all. I told you this. They had a lot to share. They were full. They were full. They were full. The cup runneth over. They was full.
Wait, time out. TV.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't ask this question. Since we are last in the state, do we qualify for food stamps?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
yeah,
Who you
yeah.
playing with? Listen, I've been working. Look, Dr. Joy, you've been working 49 years. You should feel offended too. I've been working 21 years. All my tax money to help everybody else get Pampers, diapers, and whatnot like that. My child's 17 years old. We the last people in the whole country getting paid. I need them to run me back all my money. I done have Pookie, Nut, whole families eat for 21 years. Let's not count the years I worked in college. Let's not count the 1 year I worked in high school. I need all my money now. I need all the food stamps. I need all the Capri Suns for my nieces and my nephew. I need all the popsicles. You know them good popsicles, the one about this big right here? That come in that net. They don't even come in a box. They come in a net. Okay? I need alkaline water because I'm 45 and I can't drink that regular water no more. I'm 45. I need alkaline water this summer because it's gonna be hot. I like Gatorade, not Powerade.
We gotta go.
I got a brand new grill.
We
I
gotta
bought
go.
myself. I need to be able to put
We
steaks
gotta
on
go.
there and
We
shrimp.
gotta go.
I done helped everybody else eat, and now it's my
We
turn.
gotta go.
Run me my food stamps
We gotta go.
right now.
We gotta go. She
And I
on
need
the
some whole
rampage,
milk because I
y'all.
don't drink regular milk.
She
I
on the
need whole
rampage.
milk.
Oh
Whole
God.
milk is better for you.
But you
Listen.
know what? Teachers
I'm
have tried
serious.
to get food stamps though. They have tried.
Yeah,
Teachers have
I
tried
know
to get
some.
food stamps
Yeah, I
this
know
summer.
some. I know some that have
They
tried, but
haven't tried.
you can't do it.
This is poverty. We talked about this earlier today about where the poverty line is, right? You remember this conversation, Dr. Joy?
I remember the conversation.
Okay, so the cost of living, we don't get a cost of living increase just for people who are not very knowledgeable about how this goes. There are 26 laws on the books that govern how public school teachers, employees are paid, right? And now you mean to tell me you dropped from 48 to 50? And I
Yes,
can't get no food stamps?
correct. You cannot get food stamps
Yeah, that's foolishness. And I need the
because you're
district
over
to
the
support.
you're
No,
over the
no, no.
poverty level.
Because Dade County Public Schools in the past have written letters for certain individuals to get some food stamps this summer. Now I'm not asking for no King vitamin, but I could use a big old box of Apple Jacks.
You know, clerical might can get it if they don't
I do
work.
not want Captain Crunch. I don't eat Captain Crunch. But you give me one of them family-sized boxes of Apple Jacks, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'll even be healthy since we talking about wellness. Give me a big box of Raisin Bran.
TV, you're
Give me
not getting.
I
give me
can't.
some
I can't.
bananas,
You're
and
TB,
I'll
not
chop
gonna
the
get. You're not.
bananas
TB,
up inside
You
my
are
TB,
Raisin
not gonna
Bran
get it. I'm
and
TB,
sorry.
sprinkle un poquito
TB,
of sugar on it.
TB,
I'm good.
Forget it. Forget
TB,
it. Forget
TB,
it. You're not
TB.
getting
Yes,
it.
Hear me
You're not
good.
getting it.
I'm serious though. It sounds funny,
TB, I'm
but I'm
serious too.
dead serious.
I'm serious
I'm
too.
dead serious.
Oh my God,
It's
you're
not
funny.
gonna happen. It's not
A
gonna happen.
lot of children eat a lot in the summer. You
It's
know
not
why? Because
gonna
they ain't
happen.
got nothing to
Because
do
they
this
It's,
home
summer.
all day.
They
it's
just
not
open
gonna
the
happen.
refrigerator and they just look at it.
Because
Thank
they don't
God
have
my
nothing to do.
daughter
That's
is
why you gotta
working
find
this
something to
summer.
do to keep you gotta find them something to do to keep them out the
Yeah,
house.
I mean, I thank God that my child gonna have a summer job, right? But that's not everybody's story.
But
No,
wait,
that's not
it
everybody's
said
story.
that the healthy food program provide food, lunches, breakfast and lunch. Any school age child can go to a school that's open. They didn't say the adults, but any school age child can go to a school and get breakfast and
See,
lunch.
now I'm glad you brought that
I've
up.
heard about that program. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up because you got some of those that really need it, but they get too uppity and too proud to go get it.
And
No,
so
that's
that's
not it.
true.
I mean,
That's
yes, that's
true.
part of it. Yes, yes, yes.
Some of them,
But
you
my
got some.
daughter says that in the public schoolhouse right now. I wish she was in the room. My daughter comes home and tells me that they're serving deer ankles at school. I said,
All
what?
right, we gotta go.
I said,
We
what?
we
Because
gotta
I
go.
was busy doing something. She said, Mom,
We gotta
Except
go.
for dear ankles.
All right.
It put a
It's,
pause in me.
it's a
So
minute after 9. We gotta go. Listen,
I'm
y'all.
not making this up. It sounds like
Listen.
I'm telling
All right.
jokes. I'm dead
Listen.
serious. I need
We
my food
gotta
stamps.
go. Hey, I
There's
told
a
y'all.
healthy
Listen.
food program out there for the summer for
Yeah,
the kids.
it's
Yeah,
food
it is out
programs
there.
out there.
Yes,
Take advantage
absolutely.
of it.
Breakfast and
Take
lunch
advantage
free.
of it. Take advantage of it.
But
Don't
listen,
get proud.
Elder, Dr. Joy,
Don't get proud.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking to the doctor now. I'm talking to Pastor Joy. Pastor Joy, Elder Brown. We gonna need to touch and agree
On what?
that everybody in Dade County that's an employee from Miami-Dade County Public Schools from June
You know
the
what?
10th
You know what?
to
I can't,
August 30th
I can't
get
with
some
you.
food stamps.
But suppose they
Amen.
work in summer
Amen.
school.
Amen. So that little bit of money, I work summers.
Y'all,
Not
y'all,
getting food stamps.
y'all hear the
Get
cry.
it.
You hear the cry. You
See,
hear
this
the
is what I'm
cry.
talking about.
Okay, y'all hear the cry of the
But two or
evangelist.
more ain't gathered. I know that scripture now. Don't make me. I know
What
scripture.
scripture?
I
I
went to
told
Bible
you she
study.
evangelist. Come
I went
on,
to Bible
evangelist.
study. I went to Bible
Come on,
study
come
at
on,
St. John
evangelist.
Missionary Baptist
Come
Church.
on, evangelist.
I went to Vacation
Come
Bible
on,
School at
evangelist. Come
Glendale
on.
Missionary Baptist
Speak
Church.
it. Speak it,
Reverend Coates,
evangelist. Come
Reverend
on.
Willie J. Baker, they taught me a lot.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
tell you, when two or more
Evangelist.
gather and
Come on.
we touch and agree on something, the Lord gives the desires of the heart. My heart's desire is that for all the money I done
Boy,
put
they
into
can
food
put those
stamps,
scriptures together when they want something.
All right, boy. They know how to bring them together, boy. All right, hey y'all, listen. This has been the South Florida Live podcast
Are you
with the
signing us
special
off?
edition tonight with the prophetess and Dr. Joy Jackson and the one and only evangelist Tanika Bennett. Hey y'all, they need your help. They need your help over the summer. Tanika needs your help over the summer. She needs special needs. She needs special assistance. She needs a special assistant. We're
She
gonna
has
pass
a
an
job.
offering plate around for her
She
to
has
get
a
her through
job.
the summer. Hey, listen, y'all. I told y'all it's gonna be good. They had a lot to share. Hey, but on a serious note, we gotta stay woke. We gotta stay woke, y'all. We gotta do what we need to do. Like Pastor Jackson said, we gotta do it now. We can't wait. We can't
No.
wait. And we've been at this for the whole year, and we've been saying we're gonna keep telling it, talking about it. So that's what we're gonna do. So y'all gotta come on. Let's handle your business. Don't wait for the last minute, because if this guy get in, we're talking about our democracy being screwed up, being messed up.
And Elder, just have them to get people
Somebody
on
just said
the show. They got to get on the show
somebody
because
just text
too much
me saying
information. Too
somebody
much
just
information
text
out
me
here.
somebody just text me saying she don't qualify.
we don't need that energy over here. Thank you.
I'm trying to tell her she doesn't qualify.
We don't need that energy
Oh
over here. We
God.
need everybody on the same page.
They send me the Florida poverty level. And you don't measure up.
You
uh
don't know my
20,
struggle. You don't know my struggle.
2024 income number is 15,000.
Oh,
Sorry, for
TB,
a family of 2.
you know we're close to that. You don't qualify, girl.
You ain't nowhere close. So
I
I'll
tell y'all
pray.
what.
Listen, as I
Okay.
always close out, I'll pray for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You pray for me. And we gonna watch God
Amen.
change this thing around for you. We trust God. I spoke on this last night.
But you're not
Trust
getting
God. Huh? But you can't get it,
that.
baby.
She ain't
You
get
can't.
food stamps.
You can't get
You
it.
know what? I don't like the way y'all not supporting my
You
I
better
aspiration.
have
don't want you to be in
got
a position to get
you
food
got
stamps.
you got Bonquisha somewhere around your neighborhood might let you go give you their card.
Listen, anybody that's selling them, hey, holla at me. I'm on Facebook.
You
I'm
don't
on
want to
Facebook.
sell that. Don't sell your card.
Don't sell it. Don't sell it.
Don't
You
go
see
to
my
jail.
name right there at the bottom of the screen. I'm on Facebook. Holla at you, girl.
All
No,
right.
you don't. You're
All
not
right.
going
No,
to jail.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You
Hey,
know
y'all.
what?
This has been the
Y'all
South Florida
blocking my
Live.
blessing.
This has been no, I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. I care too much.
Trying to save you, TB.
I care too much. All right, this has been the South Florida Live podcast with my guests, Pastor Joy Jackson and Evangelist Tanika Bennett, who's in need of food stamp, but we're going to pray for her that the Lord going to get her through the summer. Hallelujah. Hey, so listen, y'all. Once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part. Ladies, thank you for being a part. Appreciate you. Love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Man, those stamps are serious. Somebody say those stamps are serious. All right, y'all. Good night. Good night. Good night. Hey, this has been the South Florida Live podcast, man. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown. This has been crazy funny. This has been crazy exciting. But on the real though, hey, y'all need to stay awoke, stay awake of what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on. Watch the news. Whatever you got to do, be a part of what's happening. Be engaged. Be engaged in what's going on, and be ready for what's about to come, because it's coming, y'all. Hey, listen. As I always say, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Let's watch God change things. God bless you.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.